They say a man can go without water for 3 days. Clearly, they haven't met a swimmer. Let me tell you how I was being forced to enter the pool and went on to become a Paralympic swimmer.
Before I start, I want to say thank you so much for making us so proud at national level or international level.
I've actually been mentored by Rahul Dravid. I was supported by Go Sports Foundation for from 2011 till I retired.
What message you want to convey to my audience?
It's okay to come last. I'm not worried about you coming last, but I am not ready to accept that you don't work hard.
है मेरी ज़मीं अफसोस नहीं जो तेरे लिए सौ दर्द से महफूज रहे तेरी आन सदा चाहे जान मेरी ये रहे.
But do you feel do you regret somewhere that why did I take this up?
No, I don't regret.
वह फीका ना पड़े कभी रंग तेरा जिस्मों से निकल के खून कहे.
Sharad, thank you so much for coming and doing it.
Thank you, yeah.
Right. Before I start, I want to say thank you so much for making us so proud at national level or international level.
Thank you so much.
So, why did you start and talk about your journey, your achievements, and my viewers should know about your history?
Okay. I was 9 years old and I was studying in Little Flower Public School in Bangalore, and they made it mandatory for all the kids to learn swimming. And I didn't have an option. My parents tried to get me out of it, but the principal told very clearly that let him try. If he's not able to do it, we'll stop it right there. And I got into the water and immediately I fell in love with it. And that's how the swimming journey started. And after we finished the course of learning and everything, I was a bit of a slow learner because not mainly because of my ability or something, but the coaches didn't know how to train.
Right.
And of course, anybody is scared, but I was enjoying as well. And after I learned swimming, they encouraged me to take it up as a fitness activity. And after a couple of years, we got to know that there are competitions conducted for the differently able people. And that's when we wanted to give it a try. And we started training rigorously. And in 2003, I made it to my first national championship. And I won 4 gold medals there.
Wow.
So that's, that was a kind of a plus point, and everybody encouraged me to take it much forward. And of course, John Christopher, who has been my coach for 15 years, he joined the club in 2003, and same like everyone, he didn't know how to train a differently able person. So we went through a lot of experiments. We went through a lot of discussions whether I was comfortable, I was not comfortable with doing anything, and that's how he also got to learn how to train a differently able person. And the same way, even I was taking that experience and pushing forward. And it's been 15 years of me swimming, and I retired in 2016. So till then, I've been a London 2012 Paralympian, and I've been to 3 Asian Games, 2010, 14 and 18, and 3 World Championships, and I've broken 2 Asian records during my swimming time.
I think PT Usha something like, I saw something.
Yeah.
You broke the...
So there were two kinds of records. One is an Asian record where I broke an individual event timing in the 50-meter butterfly and 50-meter breaststroke events. And the next record was the Indian record of holding the most number of medals at a single games, multidisciplinary event, which was previously held by PT Usha of 5 medals. And I won 6 medals in 2014 Asian Para Games. So that is the medals achievements. And totally I've won till now about 47 international medals. And
47?
71 national level medals.
Wow.
And of course, 2015 I was bestowed with the a prestigious Arjuna Award by the government of India, and I have the state
Pranab
award.
Mukherjee, I guess.
Yeah, Pranab Mukherjee, and the state award of Ekalavya Award and Karnataka Rajyotsav Award during my time. Yeah.
Congratulations so much.
Thank you
that.
so much.
Okay, let's go back to flashback. I just want to talk about something which is not been told anywhere. Okay, and I want to talk about the unfolded story here. So it's a very happiest moment for any family when you get a newborn, right? Was it same for you when you were born?
I mean, what people tell, my parents and relatives tell me that it was a mixed feeling. Of course, they were happy they had me, but due to my disability, they were in kind of a shock and they couldn't showcase that happiness themselves. And of course, parents were disappointed and they were crying. Like, how could this happen? And there was actually no explanation for this. There's nothing. All doctors could say was there might have some kind of complication that would have happened, and not every time you feel that something is wrong. It is just one of those 1 in a million cases where you never know what's going to happen, and this happened. Baby stuff.
So when you have realized that you are different from other kids, how did you create that acceptance within yourself and decided, okay, this is how I have to move forward with it?
It was very difficult initially, of course, I couldn't understand anything at that point of time, that young. I had to take help from every single person around me, whether it was my parents or my sister, or even in school, the support staff or teachers, even a lot of friends, had to help me out. I had even the simplest thing of writing. I couldn't hold the book in one position. I needed help in that putting on clothes and everything, and that was very difficult. But I'm so thankful, people were always there around me to help, which in a way you can say you're lucky, because that's not the case with everyone. But things changed when I really liked sports, so I used to do a lot of running. I used to play football. I used to even play cricket before swimming. So that kind of helped me. That sports kind of helped me to realize that you can do things differently. There's no one particular way to do anything. So I started to adapt myself, doing different things, which a long time made it very simpler and very easy for me.
Okay, so can you just talk more about the challenges you used to face as a kid? What are the different challenges you used to face?
Yeah, like I said, I always wanted some help, and then I was restricted from doing everything, because they were scared. They were scared, and they didn't know how to, restrict me or make me understand that why you can't do these things, because they themselves didn't understand a lot, which was a big challenge. But I was being treated equal everywhere. Of course, being differently able has their own challenges, where you have that low self-confidence, you lack motivation and when there's help around you, you probably don't feel like doing anything. But yeah, sports changed that a lot.
So what is the current situation? Do you face any kind of challenges at this point of time after achieving this much?
No. If you're talking to me as a differently able person, definitely not. Because today I can say there's nothing that I can't do. I can do everything. As a sports person, as a recognition and everything, of course, there is still a need of improvement. Of course, yeah, I'm retired and everything. I have coaching to do, and I'm one of the national coaches who travels with the team. Recently, I was with the Commonwealth Games team as well. So opportunity-wise, it is definitely there. But the recognition wise, the support that we require from the government and organizations around everyone, that's still lacking a lot.
Right.
I can say it was a bit better before, but the COVID, made it really hard for people to get support, especially sports persons, because of course we can understand with the situation of COVID, people not being able to step out of the home, people being sick and everything. They needed more help, but I know a lot of people who lost their sponsorships.
Right.
As it is, they were not able to train and losing their sponsorships, and it was a very tough time. But yeah, thanks to Neeraj Chopra and
Right.
all the people, PV Sindhu, who have I'm not just talking about the Tokyo, even the Rio,
Right.
London. All these medals have gotten that support what we need in the sport. But I still personally feel we lack a lot behind. We have a lot of people, politicians, everyone telling, what were you getting before? What are you getting now? Please look at that.
Right.
Things have changed. Yes, but when you expect an Olympic or a Paralympic gold medal, you cannot tell you are not getting these things before and you're getting these things now. You need to match with all other countries, what they are doing, why they are so successful. We need to match that.
And
So
how
that
was the
is-
discussion with Rahul Dravid? Because I did see one
Yeah.
of the videos or one of the pictures, I guess, where you were standing with Rahul Dravid.
Yeah. I've actually been mentored by Rahul Dravid. I was supported by Go Sports Foundation for from 2011 till I retired, and Rahul Dravid got into their board of experts, and they ran a Rahul Dravid athlete mentorship program. And I got to meet Rahul for about 3-4 times and have a nice interaction with him.
Yeah.
And he was, there's a reason why nobody hates him. Nobody has a negative thing about him. And, he shared his experiences. He was very keen to learn about me, not just my achievements, but what I'm going through personal life and what I'm doing right now and my future plans and everything.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, Sharad, when you talk about the motivation, I talk about a lot of motivation factors, and I try to push people to do and achieve what they want to do. But as a matter of fact, what I have realized when I met you and when I have seen your story, we are just talking. We are just putting the story, and we are trying to make people motivated just for the bubbles. It will burst a few minutes later. But when I see you, you are the real source of motivations. How do you see your life? How do you project yourself in life?
The main motivation for me was that I love swimming. During my swimming days, I loved to swim. The more I swam, the more I wanted to be in the water. Of course, not do the workouts and everything, but that was part of the routine. That was part of the aim that you wanted to achieve. But the first and foremost thing was you need to love something. I believe that if you love something, it will make you work hard.
See, you played cricket, you said football,
Yeah.
but why swimming? How did you get this passion about swimming?
See, swimming was kind of something like I've mentioned before. I was being restricted everywhere with everything, but not with swimming. Of course, running, people allowed me. Football was fine, but cricket I was not allowed to play. As a fun activity, like they used to give me an opportunity and stuff.
So
but
you were a
not
bowler,
as-
you were a batsman, or all-rounder?
all round, I can say all rounder. So so those were the things. Swimming was like one of the first thing people said, you try this, you can do it, and it did happen, and it's one of those rewards kind of a thing, which was, of course I love sports and I love swimming as well, but swimming was something that gave me a reward. Hard work. Yeah.
So you started swimming in the school, right? So how was your school experience? Like, your friends, your colleagues, and your other kids around you, like how was how they used to behave, like oh my God, what's wrong with him?
Okay. Yeah, see, we were very young. It's very difficult to say, but yes, I have been teased sometimes by other kids, and it's pretty natural in schools where some people get picked on and everything. But I was not putting it too much
Did
into
you get
my
into
head.
fights, like did you ever
Yeah, that was always there. And unlike nowadays, where the blame goes on the other kid, it was always parents blaming their. I mean, my parents used to blame me, and the other kid's parents who I was fighting with, they used to blame him. No, you would have done something wrong. What happened, and everything. So like today's parents is like putting the blame on others before
right.
even thinking about what
Right.
actually happened. So that was the thing.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, see, I've always been treated equal, and I've when I've done something wrong, I have been punished, and they've tried to point it out and correct my mistakes and everything.
So if you see nowadays, we have a very great source of cutting edge technologies. Like we have a lot of technology available, and somehow these technologies are helping disabled people as well. A lot of them. So how it is helping you? Like, are you a techie savvy or use?
Yeah,
technology?
definitely. If you're into sports, you definitely need to have a lot of technology. No matter how old school you are, and no matter they call it coach's eye. No matter how good you spot a talent and everything, but there are certain things that technology does that you cannot even explain. So whether it's biomechanics and everything, as something as simple as showing them videos on YouTube of Olympic races, maybe playing it in slow motion and showing it them. So something as simple as showing them YouTube videos is also helping a lot.
At that time, you didn't have that YouTuber part, right?
Not in the initial
large
part.
level,
Probably,
right?
I think somewhere around 2007, 8 and all, we had this. YouTube things were available, and interestingly, that's how I started to like Ian Thorpe, who's my personal idol. He's an Australian Olympic champion, and I started watching a lot of his videos, his interviews, and everything. So I learned a lot from him. He said. Coming second, losing is not coming second. It is getting out of the water, knowing you could have done better.
Right.
Which is, I realized it's all about giving you 100%. So yeah, like I said, something as simple as YouTube videos, and then we have a lot of analysis and everything. And even for a differently able person, we have bionic hands, legs. There's a lot of innovation that has come up in wheelchair, and even sports-wise technology for differently able people, it has come up a lot. See, unfortunately, it's all expensive, so not everybody can afford it. So, we have to try and do what we can. And, part of the reason why it's expensive is not everybody's using it. Right? Like, let's say something as simple as a coffee mug. Like, everybody's using a coffee mug. But when it comes to a technology, only few sports people, like 7 billion people in the world, hardly 1 billion does any sport, serious sports which use technology. So that's expensive, and again, we need to think financially as well. So that's a challenge, but I definitely love the technologies that are coming up. Technology.
So let's talk about the
it's
swimming part,
interesting.
because this is the very interesting things which I want to talk about. I'm very scared of water. So how we can get out this fearing part, like getting into water, and because when I see that, I don't know what some kind of fear I get. I have no idea how to explain it, but
Yeah.
yes, I have that.
See, learning swimming is something out of the box, like something that you're not natural at.
Yeah.
You know, walking comes naturally, running comes naturally, you know, playing, talking, everything comes up naturally. But swimming is completely differently out of that element.
Right.
You know, you're always on the ground, and swimming is something, you know, completely different element, something new, and it is scary. But there are two things. One is swimming in a pool, and one is the lakes, ponds, and everything. So, always try to go to a swimming pool first before you jump into a beach or a waterfall or anything, because even I'm scared. It's very simply because I don't know where the floor is.
So actually, I have a very small, like it's going to be a stupid question, but I will ask you because since
problem.
I'm scared of water. So, do you actually see water like when you dive inside, right?
Yeah.
People can see, in the
Yeah.
water. Is it true? Like
Yeah.
you can see.
Even without goggles, you can see where.
I can't even open my eyes.
Yeah, that's like I said. No, it's the starting point. Once you are in the water like 3-4 times, or you know, a week or something, you'll start getting comfortable. You'll start opening your eyes. Even I can't swim without goggles. You know, but when I don't have goggles, I'm not worried about it, because like 4 or 5 breaths, just opening my eyes, I'll get used to it. So it's as simple as that. And one more thing is why swimming is very special and you know, a must for everyone to learn is like everywhere you're vertical. You know, you're standing on your feet. All the load is on your knees and your
Right.
feet. So when you're swimming, you're horizontal. So there's a complete balance, and of
Right.
course, water is going to make you float.
Right.
So there's absolutely no pressure on any part of your body. Of course, the faster you want to go, the more power you apply and you try to go fast. Swimmers do have injuries. We have a lot of shoulder injuries and back injury and everything, depending on, you know, how much workout they're doing, load they're doing, stress they're taking up.
So coming back to this part, like before we can conclude this conversation, I want to talk about the government of Karnataka or government of India, what they are doing for disabled people, like what kind of benefits they're providing.
Yeah.
Do you get something from them?
Yeah, I'll talk about the recent developments later, what I heard after Commonwealth Games. But before, you know, I can say Karnataka and the central government, especially, you know, they're treating everyone equal. You know, we get the equal kind of cash prize awards, you know, equal support in the scholarship schemes and everything. So that is absolutely amazing. I don't see that in a lot of other states. Of course, Haryana is nothing can, you know, compete with Haryana with the kind of funding they're doing for sports and everything, which is why we get the most number of people
From Haryana itself.
from Haryana representing the country.
Right.
But yeah, I can say, you know, Karnataka, I know that, you know, they give school fees reimbursement if you win a medal in the national championships. And then, of course, the cash awards that come with it. And, you know, we have scholarship schemes where they're giving out, I think, 5 lakh rupees every year to upcoming sports persons. I think they've selected around 100 people across different sports. So that is, you know,
The kind of initiative they have taken.
initiative that I've taken up. And now recently, after Commonwealth Games, I heard that they are coming up with 2% you know, jobs quota, you know, reservation in different departments across the state, government jobs for all the sports people and everything. So that is something good. And the Indian government had offered all the Paralympians and Olympians a job in Sports Authority of India as a coach or an administrative staff, depending on their education and what they wanted to do and everything. So all these are coming up really well. And, you know, but there was a very interesting point. There was a comparison after PV Sindhu's 2012 medal, or 2016 was the first. 2016 was the first, yeah. So there was a very interesting comparison done with the PV Sindhu medal. How much she got over 4 years for her training leading to Rio Olympics, and how much she earned after. And how much other countries spent on the training of the athletes, and how much they, reward them with cash prizes.
So what is the outcome like?
PV Sindhu, somewhere it was around over 4 years, it was around 80 lakhs or something.
80 lakhs?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she earned more than 13 crores in Rio alone, after Rio Olympics
Wow.
medal alone.
So do you think there's scope of this swimmer in India? Because I haven't seen a lot of people. I just got to know because A.R. Madhavan's son got into swimming, I guess.
Yeah.
He won, I think, gold medal? Or
See, he's been swimming for a long time,
Right.
and he's actually been winning a lot. But I think it's just picked up recently. From past 3 years, I think he's in the limelight.
But he
That is
representing
Madhavan
India.
Sun
He got the training in Dubai, I guess.
Yeah.
He got the training
Yeah,
in Dubai.
he was actually training in Bombay first, and of course he was training in Bangalore with Mr. Pradeep Kumar,
Okay.
who is also the Indian national coach for the able-bodied team, one of the national coaches. So he shifted to Dubai. So there were a lot of people who shifted along with him.
So, do you think the scope of swimmer in India? Because if somebody is thinking, a kid is thinking about getting into this full-time swimming as a career, do you think you will suggest them?
Yeah, any sport basically. A career in sports doesn't have to be you, competing. Like I might be a normal person and I love swimming. I love to swim. And, I might get educated myself to become a coach, or get into sports nutrition. I can even be a doctor, and I love sports, so I will do, physiotherapy. And of course, like you mentioned, technology before. So you can get into technology, something, you can create an app, or you can create some device, something which will help any sport. It doesn't have to be just swimming. So, if you're a sports lover and this thing, I mean, no better example than IPL. No better example than IPL. The kind of analytics and all they got, the technology that they got into. Every sports lover had an opportunity to, get into that this thing. When you're talking about the Indian team, it's one particular team. Now IPL, you have 10 teams. So it's creating hundreds of jobs.
But we have to understand one
and
thing,
innovation.
sir. IPL has a different aura altogether. They have a lot of sponsors, and there's a dirty game as well. There are a lot of things which is happening. We have to accept this fact.
Yeah, that is definitely there.
Yeah,
Nobody's
but
denying
swimming
that.
is something which I want to see that what is the scope. But if you are very passionate about swimming, okay, you got retired, but do you regret somewhere that why did I take this up? Because I would have done something better, because you did not earn and you did not get that sponsorship. Because when we just talk about Sindhu, she got 13 crores, right? What you got after working so hard, so many medals, 47 medals you got. You tell me at the end what you got.
Yeah, okay. No, I don't regret not doing anything else, because, see, I always thought, if it was not swimming, it would be definitely some other sport. Because I love football and, like I said about cricket as well. So I would have definitely got into some kind of a sport. But, swimming was an eye-opener for me, and, that's the thing I want to do. And, I can just say simply that, if even I'm not coaching for 3 days, sometimes I'm frustrated with coaching, things are not going my way, kids are not training properly, or whatever might be the reason. I might say, I need a break. But in that break time also, I'm thinking about coaching. I'm thinking about my kids, how to go about the next plan and everything. So I'm always thinking about it. So I don't regret taking up swimming and doing something else.
When I say regret, when I'm not talking about as a sport person, but you have to pay your bills.
Yeah.
You got into this full time, and now you are coaching. You still doing coaching because you want to pay the bills, right?
Yeah.
So, do you regret in that sense that
No.
Okay.
But, see, I won medals. I did get my cash prizes from the state government and central government as well. But yeah, I can say I'm not jealous. I can say, maybe if I could have got more support, I could have built a swimming pool of my own, and I could cater to a lot of people. I run an NGO called Bluefin Foundation along with my friends, where we are teaching free swimming for who are from the lower economic background and differently abled people. We are supporting 4 athletes, para athletes. So I wish if I had more money, I could have had a swimming pool of my own, and I could have trained 100 people, supported 100 people free of cost. I think in that way, because somewhere I feel, for me, it's more important to win medals for the country in swimming, especially because that is one of the most underrated sports. It's obviously less. Yeah.
Right. So before we conclude this conversation, and before we jump on the rapid fire round, I want to understand what message you want to convey to my audience, or people, or the kids who are watching. They want to get into this swimming as a career.
Yeah. It's true that impossible is nothing, but it's all about giving it a try, and don't ever say you can't do anything. Give it a try. You don't have to succeed in it, but it's always good to give it a try. And of course, like I said, it's all about giving your 100% every single time. Whether I was swimming or I'm coaching right now, for me, it's very important to give my 100%. And I tell this to all my kids. It's okay to come last. I'm not worried about you coming last, but I am not ready to accept that you don't work hard. You take it easy, and and then worry about medal. I'm always happy if you come last. All I want you to do is keep improving yourself, and like I said, try to be perfect, have that perfect technique.
Right. Well done. Just gonna jump on the rapid fire round.
Okay.
This is very interesting, which I always take.
Fine.
Yeah. So, swimming in the pool or seaside?
Seaside.
Okay. Texting or talking?
Talking.
Favorite day of the week? Don't say Wednesday.
No. Favorite day of the week is Sunday, basically, because we train on Sundays and we have everybody coming in on Sunday. Every other day they have some excuse. I mean, fever or exams and tests and all those things. But Sunday everybody turns up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Money or happiness?
Happiness.
Sure.
Yeah.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
I know, for swimming part.
Yeah.
And salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Why? Swimming is salty, right?
No. That is sea,
Yeah.
of course. But so I have a lot of sweet tooth. I'm a very
You like sweet a
guy.
lot.
Yeah, I can't take my hands off the plate if there is some sweet on.
Okay. A night out or a night in?
Night in.
You're
I'm a lazy person. I more like, let's watch a movie at my place.
Yeah.
Let's cook something, eat. Out, yeah, of course, I do go out with friends, but home you feel
Relaxed
and you can do whatever you want.
And nowadays
There's
we have OTT platform. You don't even go
Yeah,
anywhere.
definitely.
And you have Swiggy or whatever you want to order.
Yeah,
just watch.
definitely.
Yeah. So well done. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
I have
much.
a small gesture for you. Just.
Yeah.
So, sir, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Very
inviting
candid
me.
conversation. I wanted to talk about the unfolded story because people talk about your achievement, people talk about a lot of things, but they did not hear the story which we talk about it. Like what are the challenges you have faced. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for
Right?
the invite.
Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video, and please make sure you can subscribe to this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. I will see you in the next video. तब तक के लिए बड़ों को नमस्कार, छोटों को प्यार.